everyone, this is my Antiflame Arduino, and you can see on the right side we have 3 servos. Those are going to be controlling the 2 cannons and the hose angles, and then we have the servo at the top that controls the front wheels for steering, and we have the motors on both sides, the top and bottom. Those are for the wheels. Then we got the 2 LEDs, and those are going to be blinking to alert people that the robot's there. On the left of the LEDs, we have the distance sensor. We have the 9-volt battery to help power everything. Then we have the IR remote, the IR sensor. We have the H bridge, the temperature sensor. Here is my code. Starting from the top, we have the servos for the cannons and hose, the servo to control the front wheels for steering, and then we have the outputs and inputs for the motors and wheels, the flashing LEDs, motors and wheels again, for the distance sensor, temperature sensor, and then the servos controlling the hose and cannons. And then we have the serial monitor running, we have the steering servo. Then void loop, we have the code for the LEDs to start flashing. Temperature sensor is going to print in Celsius and Fahrenheit. Then we have the distance sensor printing in inches. And then if it's less than 60 inches from an object, it's going to stop. And it's also going to turn the cannons 35 degrees. Otherwise, if the distance is greater than 60, the robot's going to keep moving forward, and the cannons and hoses are going to be angled at 75 degrees. And then we have the IR receiver and the remote. So if I press the middle play/pause button, it's gonna print start. If I press the left button, it's gonna turn left. If I press the right button, it's gonna turn right. Otherwise, any other button I press, it's going to print unrecognized code received. Start the simulation. Open the serial monitor, you can see it's printing, and there's the temperature sensor working. And I'm going to change the temperature, and you can see it moves up, showing in Celsius and Fahrenheit. There's cold, there's hot, and then the LEDs are flashing. And you can see that the motors are not running right now. And this is because we are less than 60 inches. So I'm going to change the distance sensor. So now we are about 80 inches away from an object. The motors are running, and if you looked and paid attention, you can see the servos on the right changed angles, and also the serial monitor printed. Now we'll have the motors running, and then I'm gonna press start, the play button on the remote, and then you can see it prints start. And if I press counterclockwise, the left button, you can see this servo, it will move. So if I press right button, which turns it clockwise. And that is the MVP, the minimal viable product for the Antiflame.